places.
Bro, this website's ass. I think it's good for like a baseline download.
Well, you could just try and generate a new one and see what that does.
Oh yeah, let me see how I do that.
I wonder if you could, just regenerate the whole thing.
Like this.
Yep, just like that.
Okay, I was ready to give up and ask for my money back.
Well, I'm sure you can just keep trying until you get one you like.
I like this one. Photo designer starts singing Daisy, 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 run for your life. Unplug it and run. Honestly, it's not too far fetched now for AI to become self-aware.
Um, I'm pretty sure it was a joke, but they were talking about. I think it was Sam Altman said it. They was joking about AGI being achieved achieved internally at OpenAI.
Yeah, he said that on the subreddit. Add a new blank screen. How the hell do I do that?
All right, so got logged into this. Channels correct. There we go. All right, I think I'm gonna scroll through Crypto Panic. I hadn't been through here in a good minute. Oh wait, I got one more place to go check. Cool.
Oh my, I can create text too. Mm.
Text for the website.
I mean photos.
Oh, photos for the website.
Yeah,
That's cool.
you can do all this shit in house now.
Wonder if it pulls it from like stock image or if it makes its own.
It's like yeah, it makes its own. It's using Dolly. That's 100% Dolly, isn't it?
Mm, I wouldn't say that has to be Dolly. I mean,
It's low res.
Stable Diffusion can do that too, but it would make sense to use Dolly if it was an API if they're calling to. So I guess they would be using Dolly. But I was looking at Dolly myself a minute ago, and it's like for 15 credits, I think it was no, what was it 100 credits, and maybe for $15. It's a little bit pricier than Midjourney because I can go and do 15, 20 pictures a day on Midjourney because I've got a subscription to Midjourney right now. So I can do 15, 20 pictures a day, and still have plenty of time. Hold on one second.
All right.
Cat's going crazy over here.
Oh my, bro, look at this. It's using a focus predictor. So you'll see
Ah,
what background might have more than likely clicked on.
okay, that's impressive because it knows where to draw the attention to as it builds the sites. That's
Man,
pretty
you
neat.
gotta get used to how to use this.
No,
About
you get used to using that, and I'll get used to building the back end of it once we've got a final picture of what we want to build.
all right. Yeah, I'm gonna be recreating everything. Make a Web three. Damn, I forgot Restream. Never mind.
Web3 everything though.
Web
That
three
section.
display.
Why are my cats freaking out?
Is there a ghost in your house?
Nope, they're just running, chasing each other around.
They're like freedom. We don't have to worry about
They,
anything.
they saw I put the headset on, so they know that I'm not going to hear anything they get into. So getting into everything.
Just be nice being a cat. No worries. You'll have the cops come and look for you and everything. Private investigators.
Investors drop class action lawsuit against Terraform Labs and Duke One. How in the world are they getting ready to drop this?
Hey man, give me some money. How much? Here.
Nearing the end of his sentence. So he is serving. Okay, I thought I saw he was serving time. Man, that Terra Luna collapse. That was unreal. That's what started everything for the whole downfall of, or the start of the bear market, really. And we still
Was
have.
that before FTX?
Yes, it was before FTX, and it started because of CZ ultimately, but that's what kind of CZ went after Terra Luna. Terra Luna was insolvent. Um, that started putting pressure on the whole market industry, which it was Celsius and BlockFi, I think it was called, that got hit pretty hard in that too. So everybody's values plummeting. Everybody that had value stored in any of these centralized DeFi platforms was basically gone. It was a really
Hey,
really dark time of crypto, and so that's what happened. Maybe 2 months, 3 months before FTX. So kind of noise you got making over there, sir?
me?
Sound like some transformers in the background.
Ah, that was my damn boom mic. I was moving it around. I
Um,
didn't hear it. My bad. But yeah, I remember that. So the plan was to get a Voyager card and get the 10% USDC cash back rewards from it. And you know what happened with that, right?
mhm.
Then I was like, yo, it might be nice to transfer to crypto.com, and they almost crashed. Then I was like, all right, then I got my FTX card, so you know I can round off my bank account myself. Then FTX crashed. Then after that, I was like, crypto ain't for me, and left.
Here's Tom Brady. Says Tom Brady grapples with Sam Bankman Fried's FTX betrayal. Quote, he tricked me. I'm angry.
Can I close all this?
uh, yeah, basically got it all copied over.
All right. Well, yeah, everyone that's seen this so far, they like it.
Yeah, I'll put some more time into that document soon. I need to go through it some more.
David, I met him in Denver. He's a really cool guy. I've been talking to him a lot.
Well, a lot of stuff to build there. Problem is, we got to figure out what's viable enough to be worth our time. For one, because right now it's incredibly difficult to do anything in Web3. So it's going to be more about what kind of service can we provide that either A, solves a time constraint for somebody else, or B, actually generates a more efficient manner of producing income for someone else. Because right now it's probably going to be the best option for building anything with AI is serving one of those two models.
Yeah. Based on that, we can already start removing a few things.
Earlier, I was thinking about a week ago now. Sometime in the last week, I had learned how to code for drones because it's all C++ coding. Those are Arduino chips, and so I learned that I could do coding for those. And I had the idea of like, what if um, I had one where it goes out and monitors, which I know they've got them, where it monitors like farms and stuff. But like, what if you could have like a weed eater where it just like goes and weed eats your yard, and it knows, okay, I can get so close to the house or whatever. Then you don't have to do anything with your yard because you can build already have drones that they're land drones that go out and mow your yard for you and everything. So having one that can go out and weed eat or spot weed eat, all over a farm, that'd be really cool. And we have machine learning, we have vision, capabilities in these drones. We have AI capabilities. You can attach brains to them with an AI database. So it's kind of like as long as you can connect to that drone through its internet supplier, which is I guess Wi-Fi or whatever it's pushing its data through. Um, then as long as you can attach to that, then you can run its AI brain. So it's
Makes
really
sense.
really neat stuff. I've been learning more about it here lately.
Is it still quiet?
Yeah,
Sound good?
Yeah, you're good.
It keeps activating like the light, so I'm not sure if it's picking up on every time I exhale or something, even with the pop filter.
Surprise! I woke up, saw some news first thing this morning that was a little bit confusing because it was misleading.
What the hell is this?
But I saw Honda actually is accepting crypto payments now. And then
Really?
after looking into it a little bit deeper, it's actually a third party service that will let you make payments with Honda, but you're paying them and they just do the middleman transfer. And the labels, like the headlines, I woke up to was Honda now accepts Ethereum. But in reality, it's a third party service that accepts Ethereum and will pay for that Honda for you. And they also accept just about any other currency. Like you can pay with Doge or Pepe or Bitcoin, whatever you want to pay in.
Nice.
Here's Elon Musk calling fiat currency a scam.
Oh yeah. I forgot. I'm gonna run that learn to earn thing through this again, but see what it comes up with for mobile.
It wouldn't be bad to optimize something like that for mobile because most people that do anything online, they're going to be playing on their phones and learning on their phones. We don't statistically more people are engaging online from their phones. So,
Yeah.
and then if you could just pull up a video library from your phone, just watch that, and then input some questions like a little questionnaire afterwards.
Yeah.
Coinbase, I don't know if Coinbase still does it, but they've got a learn to earn program similar to that.
This is my first time hearing about it.
This was like I hadn't even logged into Coinbase in years, but it's probably at least 3 or 4 years ago. I know they had a learn to earn program where you can make 5-10 bucks for every video you go through, and they'd put out 3 or 4 a month or so, and they'd let you. Sometimes you can go back to ones that have already been put out. So like at one point you could go through and make about 65, 70 bucks just from learning about a few different projects. You know,
Hmm.
There's probably about 7 or 8 different projects, but still, 70 bucks to sit there for 30 minutes and listen to something like that. Nothing for me. I used to, one of our previous employers, I used to tell everyone there to go for homework to go through those lessons. All right, so nothing really fancying my interest on
Ooh.
crypto
All right.
news.
Here's the app.
Why did Bitcoin
This
spike?
is nice. You see it?
Oh, it's kind of Christmassy, red and white. It reminds me of optimism.
All right. Let me fix that.
Is this built on optimism, sir? Is this a learn to earn for optimism?
Let's see. What colors do you want?
Well, look at the background that you're looking at right now. That's a pretty gradient of purples, the black, something like that. Maybe a blue like that, like the like the color blue of that. Let's generate my project button that you got.
Yes, with a bright blue accent. All right, there. All right, let's see if it does this. Have to get you involved with this.
Let's pull this over here.
I feel like Nova would like this as well.
Well, I messaged him earlier today to let me know when he's around. He hasn't messaged me back.
All right. So I have an idea.
What's that?
Nuclear powered calculator.
Nuclear powered calculator.
Yes.
Hmm.
What do you think?
Well, I
Battery would never die.
think
Never get rid of an inconvenience.
think everything should be done at least once for the name of science. So if you're not going to do it, somebody else will.
Someone else is gonna get that money. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what they're going to get.
This is cool. You have to admit, I
Send
haven't used
me
it for a minute.
send me that in a DM. I'll pull it up on stream here.
Bro, you can scroll down and everything. Hey man,
Yeah, send me that link. I'll check it out.
what the hell is this? What else can I click on here? Search results. Start lesson. We'll learn more.
Why do I have two-factor on the GitHub?
My question is, how would we create a specific page that we would want using this without using our brains? You get what I'm saying?
No, not at all.
All right, I'll rephrase it. Let's say we wanted to have a page that was like, hey, you completed your lesson. How the hell can I build that right quick?
Oh, you want another page after, like a pop-up page afterwards.
Yeah, like one page. Like, how could I do that?
Well, I mean, once we've got this much in place, then we're gonna have to get the backend framework anyways. Let me look at it here. So, okay, got it. I'll show this again. So this is the mobile version.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got starting page. We'll go welcome, welcome to start learning. Search wallet statistics. This is actually kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
So we got wallet buttons, share buttons. Let's look at the overview.
That's everything you need.
No, you're gonna need because I mean, so you can search here, but you're also gonna need that backend database that stores all your videos and content that they're gonna have to go through and watch.
Mm-hmm.
So this is. Let's go see if I can find the discover page. Why is it not? Oh, there it goes.
You have to click on it and see what you can and cannot click.
So discover history, trending cryptos created by. So this is actually okay. Maybe I'm just reading into it, but you don't even have to do crypto related stuff. Like you could, say you want to teach somebody, say you created a new art style, you're a painter and you created a new way of doing, artistic paintings and you want to teach other people about it, but it's not really that popular of a way to start painting. Well, come in here and say you'll give somebody zero point zero 0.05 ETH to, learn for 30 minutes how to paint the way that you do and showcase a painting. Maybe you upload a digital image of it or something. And then once they're satisfied or it meets that criteria, it's
Yeah,
accepted.
that's the idea basically. So I submitted this into. I'm about to see what I can do with this very quick.
Man, okay. I thought my stream was like 3 or 4 minutes lagging behind, but it looks like it's caught up.
How do I drag and drop this screenshot? I'm gonna send it to you, but you'll have to view it, of course.
Hmm.
All right, let's see what it. Oh shit! You see this? This
Well
is
done.
Coinbase's UI.
Oh.
All right then. Let's see what we can modify.
Man, I can't wait till I get GPT vision. It's all I'm missing.
And it took them 20 years to make this, and them damn fools.
This is it's getting ridiculous what we're capable
This
of.
shit makes me feel like Homer Simpson.
between the two of us, we could sit here right now, whip up something that it would used to take a dev team, 6 months to generate. Just, just, just based on what you're sending me right now, Like I used to have, he's still in the server. I had a guy that was doing mock-ups in Figma because we was gonna use that for our redoing our website, and like this is exactly what his goal was, is to create stuff like this, and this is what the fourth one you've sent me in the last hour. Okay.
Dude, this is perfect.
Let
Yeah, with all
me.
the text and everything. Mm. My only thing is, how do I create one more page based on all of these? You know what I mean?
Well, you'd say you've got that much done, then tell it to do specifically that one page, and then just attach that photo to the rest of your photos. When you go to build it, you're gonna know, okay, this is what this page is gonna be. Surely there's a way to expand it further, though. Like, surely they're not gonna give you just X number of pages. That's all you can do. See.
This is the sketch mode, by the way. Wireframe is what they call it.
I've heard of wireframe.
Yeah, mock-up mode. Hmm.
So what does this let me do? Guess I'll just
So
go.
I can create a theme. What does it do? Oh, no, it didn't. It did.
All right, so you're looking at front end generation right now. I just found a tool called Implication. You can find one of my live streams. You know where to find them at if you want to check it out. But basically, it's a generate production ready backend services model. It's exactly what you're doing, but for backend.
Nice.
Well,
All right, so we got both sides covered now.
we already could do the backend with manual ways, but this is so even for free. There's a lot of options. Okay, unlimited code pushing to GitHub, unlimited code generation builds for free. Okay, so what does custom Git base branch, Git branch per service, unlimited services, unlimited entities?
Can you give me an idea of like what one page like should be so that way I can create it?
Like a new one based on top of that.
Yes.
Is that the same one you just sent me?
Yes.
All right, let me look at it.
Either one.
So you've got your landing page, which opens to your welcome page, which opens to your home, discover, search. What about on my profile page?
All right, I'll try to create that.
That's actually generic enough that it should be easily, done on many different cases. All right, so let's check out this backend. So I can build Node.js applications with this backend, and it automatically gives me APIs for all of my data models.
Okay, so I told it to create different, like multiple different variations of like backgrounds. So hopefully it can do that. Profiles, I mean, sorry. Hopefully you can do it. If so, it'll make what I'm doing a whole lot easier. I ain't gonna lie, I was very late to this stuff, the AI stuff.
Well, it wasn't for the lack of being told about it. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, you ain't told me about it.
You know good and well. This is all I've done every day for the last 7 months.
Okay, so here it is. So I think I know what I would do. I'm taking a screenshot of this. Hear me out, alright?
Okay. You're gonna take.
You see the idea?
You're gonna. Okay. Yeah, I see it.
This is
All right. I'll be
where
right
we're
back.
going.
I'll be right. I'm gonna turn my light on. It's getting dark in here. All right. So I can use PostgreSQL. Yes. And Mongo databases. Docker. And it works with React.
I
Okay.
feel like if I bought Chat GPT-4 V, it'll basically be a gamble because I don't know whether or not I'm gonna have it.
Well, it's supposed to be for everybody in the next 2 weeks. So,
Oh, okay, nice. So I got 2 weeks to prepare.
well, 2 weeks to get more familiar with how to actually talk to the AI because it's a night and day difference between GPT-3. Get more familiar with engaging with it and how it responds, stuff like that. Knowing what you can and can't do with Bing because Bing's still fairly limited. Like, yeah, you can search the internet. It's handy for manual queries and stuff, but it's still not as capable as I want it to be because I was trying to build a drone with it last week and I broke it. So I broke ChatGPT. It kept telling me, give me a moment to get this information and I'll get back with you whenever it's prepared or something like that. And then so I was real confused, and I'm like, knowing that it can't reprompt itself to send another message, I was thinking maybe they updated it and it can now, and I'm just not, aware of it. So I waited a few minutes, and I asked it, do you have the information ready? And it said the same thing over and over again. I was like, yep, I done broke it. All right, so if I can do all the back end here.
Shit, we almost done already with this fucking mock-up. What else is there? We got one more screenshot to upload. I'm actually gonna try to create this entire my profile page of how everything would look like.
They're doing a Hacktoberfest. Oh.
Oh, look at this. You see all these UI elements?
Are they all
Look at that.
functionable?
Look. Eh. Move that on over. Alright, we good.
Oh.
Let me take that. I think I fucked up. What's this?
There's something I was wanting to play with. Some AI tool. What was that?
There it is.
Wanted to play with next. What? Okay, I forgot about Next GPT. Remember I was talking about any to any multi-module support, systems. Um, well, let's just talk about it earlier. But yeah, there's another tool called Next GPT that claims to do that. And I was going to take a deeper look at it.
Fuck, I done fucked up. How I do this shit? Is there a way I can crop it? How do I crop it? Thank you for giving me this amazing test.
So I wonder.
Honestly, after I get this down, I think we're good.
I think this is to train your own models. Please download the following data sets used for model training. Instructions. Prepare for some parameters. Preparing checkpoints. Please put next. Huh. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play with this one quite yet. There's another one I wanted to touch on though. Let's go see if I can find it. Super
Oh, I
Agent.
see how this works.
This is what it was. Super Agent. Oh yeah, I've got to set up a super base account. I don't have that yet. Setting up GitHub.
There, done. Okay, there's your website now. My profile page.
Now you need maybe a previously viewed tab where you can go back and watch old stuff that you've already seen, or maybe just a library that sorts them. Like you've got everything in one library, and there's a drop down bar that shows sorts them by viewed, not viewed, or new or trending, and all that stuff.
Now the idea is to basically have all. Wait, wait, back it up. The idea is to have all of it interact with each other.
I'm live on Twitch right now, aren't I? I forgot all about that.
I do that shit.
Don't know which Twitch I'm
Oh,
live on. You sent me login code. I did not get a login code. There it is. All right. Now,
how do I link these two profiles, like pages? I mean, together.
I
Hmm.
don't know. I thought I was live on Twitch, but I guess I'm not.
Oh, here's what you were looking for. CSS code.
Ooh, it does have CSS code?
This.
Well, I mean, CSS is very. Oh, I am live on Twitch. Just on the wrong account. Go figure.
Are you happy now?
um, yes, I am happy because now we have CSS code that gives GPT a framework to understand exactly what it's starting with. Not only that, it can see it as well.
Well, it can only do one element at a time. That's the bad thing.
Well, all we need is to say have a screenshot of that element and a copy of that code and give it to GPT Vision and say, all right, now build this. Build it in React and Tailwind, and then we can upload it from React and Tailwind into one of the, it's called a headless CMS, one of those front end builders that you was looking at. And once we've got it running on the front end builder, we'll need a back end, which is exactly what I just found with Amplification. Seems like it does a lot of the same stuff that Netlify does, but with Amplification, I think it looks like you have a little bit more control over it. I'm not too familiar with it yet.
Like, look at this video. It doesn't even explain how. Never mind. Wait, how do I do this?
It'd be really cool if that tool had an AI service inside of it where it's like a little helper bot where if you don't know how to do something, you ask it and it tells you, oh, you just do this, this, and that.
You would think. Like, look at this video, okay? You click that and drag it, right?
Oh, it's wanting you to connect the workflows.
Yeah, how the hell do I connect the workflow?
Okay, so
Oh, never mind, I got it.
yeah, there should be little like node points, similar to how Comfy UI workflows are built.
You mean eventually resolve?
That too. So you can deploy to Docker easily with this, which is good for local builds.
Oh, and then you can have this go all the way back to another page.
Don't need Postgre.
All right, let me see what this looks like.
kicks are showing this.
This does look like it was all from like one website, right?
Yes.
All right, we're good then. Yeah, I wanted to show you all of that.
Kick's still broken. For those that are watching on Kick, apparently I do have a viewer or two here. I am not installing Stable Diffusion with Comfy UI. That was an old stream, and it's just now showing me that I am still showing that. But we are talking about AI stuff.
Be right back.
And save it as just chatting. Alright. My bad, Kick. Didn't know it was not up to date. Hold on. Streaming somewhere else too. Alright, yep. Looks like we're good now. Okay. Now, back to what we were doing. I kind of want to play with Super Agent, but I don't have Super Base set up yet.
Oh, did I ever send you that video
No. Wait.
of the phone?
No.
Yeah.
Talking about the one you were on customer support with?
Yeah, the one that opens up.
I think you did.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure if I did. Gotta move my chair around.
Let's see. I need to move.
You can create a theme based on a URL.
This here.
Like if we do a Coinbase thing.
I can't.
I'll stream so you can see.
I'm trying to get my files situated, but I can't. Apparently, when I have a second screen attached to my first one, I can't do the dual screen windows with my file explorer. I'm trying to move some of my Artemis files from my E drive. It's under playground. Oh wait, they're already here. No wait, no, I'm in the wrong folder. Okay, so
here it is with the Coinbase theme. That's about the same.
hold on, I'm not there yet.
I'm curious if I can create a website for your own. Right click.
That's what I've got started, but it's just some raw React code.
Type in make a website for our own one.
It's not even on this computer, it's on my laptop. So I need this data still needs to be transferred, so let's go back to this.
Ooh. Well, import your website to Framer. Import your Figma.
Alright, so go projects, Artemis, data. Now go playground. No. Oh wait, I'm in the wrong drive. Playground, Comfy UI. I broke it.
I'll go ahead and delete all of these, but I'll be using this website a lot.
I'm so close to having everything from my E drive backed up to my new hard drive, which is now my D drive. But
my brain hurts already.
basically my new hard drives slowly but surely getting all of my old stuff shifted over. I'm trying to open Comfy UI's folder right now. I clicked it a good 30 seconds ago. I'm still waiting on it to open. I don't want to keep clicking on it because then it's going to say not responding. But it's just this E drive is corrupted and failing, and this is what I have to put up with until it officially goes out. And I'm just hoping I get everything shifted over completely. This Comfy UI, I'm probably that's what I'm gonna do. I'm about to delete it because all I need is that folder of my Artemis character extracted out of it because that's where all my data is already stored. Once I get that extracted, I'll be good. I'll just re-download it on my other one. Actually,
Here's an app it's creating. Booking app to rent vacation homes for parties.
I need both of
That sounds like a
these
good idea, don't it?
to rent vacation homes for parties.
Mm-hmm. What's the worst
Um,
that could happen?
well, I want you to ask Airbnb.
Man, this is entirely different from Airbnb. Alright, let's see what it made. This is my last time looking at it before I go to bed. Or maybe.
This is
What I'm mainly looking for is I'm making sure that every single one is different,
cancel.
like every website. Let's see if you can get B.
I hope my whole stream doesn't crash because of this hard drive.
It won't.
You say that, but I just I was trying to basically I was trying to copy some files from the E drive to the D drive, and they're very small files. It wasn't even the big ones that I was actually going after. But I realized that I wanted these too, so I don't have to re-download them and install them. But I started to shift them, and it was going at like 200 kilobytes a second or something. So now I canceled it. Now it's frozen canceled, and there's no response. So we shall see. Come back to that in a second.
What kind of code is this? CSS, right?
Looks like HTML. That's Python.
Same thing.
So I guess we're not using that no more.
Putting this into a CSS tester.
All right, so we're gonna go back to Superbase. What was this that I wanted?
What the hell did I even make? Alright, this is like you be doing all this other stuff.
Super Agent. That's what I wanted. Let's go find my official link. All right, so let's go hit up ChatGPT. I'm gonna tell it we're gonna do something new.
Alright, please work.
Gonna prep it. Let's move this back here. yes, that is how that works. That's your CS. I mean, that's your live version of that code. The problem is the code, like I said before, it's able to create the framework for everything, but to make it look as spick and span, it's going to be a lot harder than it kind of seems. Like I've got right now, I've got a website built in React for Artemis, but it's not, it's just a shell. There's nothing there.
React tester.
All right, so that knows what I'm doing now. So let's go get started. I'm gonna run it locally. Set up GitHub authentication. Super Agent API. This one's got a lot of steps to install this. Install the UI element and everything. Okay, so the UI comes from Superbase. Okay, that makes sense. Let's see what the AI tells us. Anyways, first thing we gotta do is
Bro, my brain is starting to hurt now.
clone it.
2 brain cells.
Let's put it in D drive. I'm gonna take it to. Let's just go under playground or projects. Put this under playground. Now we're gonna make a directory called Superagent. Alright, now I'm gonna do git pull.
Should I like already get like a rough framework for most like the things on the list? Do you think?
I wouldn't say all of them because you wouldn't really. I don't know. Like I said, we got to figure out which ones are going to be worth the time.
Who's doing that? Me or you? Or
I,
us?
I can, as I'm going through them, I can kind of vet them a little bit more, see if it's worth the time and effort putting into it and everything. Because that's the main thing that I keep thinking about is we're able to do everything right now. So what do you do when you can do everything?
Everything.
Well, you ain't got the time to do everything. So you got 24 hours in a day.
Alright, then I'll pay everyone.
That's the idea is to start building people underneath you that can keep building out.
This is true. Oh yeah, here's one thing you do need to sign up for. It's basically the same thing you sent to me earlier, but
Then why do I need to sign up for this?
UI AI builder. I signed up for it.
Oh, that that
AI layout.
what that VO thing I sent you. The UI. Okay. But see, that one runs from your OpenAI API key, and it pulls from. It's got two different. There's like other open source libraries that hold all of these UI elements and like design elements and stuff, and they're already out there in the public. And so it uses those two libraries on top of GPT-4's brain to not only use those as a base example, but then build out the code on top of it further from there. This looks like the exact same thing, but you don't have to install it locally. It looks like they just turned it into a service.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is. So it's not even public yet either, though. It says request early access. But see, I can do this. Probably they could probably do it a little bit better because the way that I have it, it's all local, and so it's just one of those things where it's trial and error, just learning, seeing what works best, what doesn't. Um, and it's kind of like basically every now and then the stuff looks good. Did that put that in a new folder? Or did that go? Where did that go? So here.
I'm going to bed.
It did. All right. Let's see. See ya. Hmm. Now that I'm all alone, tempted to go switch to a new voice chat. Let's see what we got going on over here. All right, so we've got Super Agent installed. Yep, now we gotta go. Let's go open that up. So I've got, now we're gonna pull tokens. Let's generate these off screen. What am I gonna call this? Super agent. Okay, so super confused. Hmm. I need some music going here. See if I can find some. Alright, try and pull up some music here because I'm gonna be bored out of my mind. Just gonna pull that volume down a little bit. Oh, I wonder if it's not even coming through. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. Kind of don't think it's needed. I just need something to hear in my own ears. Alright, so now that we've got a project built, welcome to your new project. Get started building your database, yada yada. What's my next step? I don't understand. It's not what I wanted either. Hmm. Looks like it's doing better this time. frustrated with this because I don't know how to fix it. How's it going, Mo Wavy? Just saw your chat popping in here. What's my thoughts on crypto mining companies? Right now it's kind of hard to mine anything in crypto unless you have ASICs. So you're mining Bitcoin with ASICs. After Ethereum went to proof of stake, it wasn't really that worth it as much anymore. You really couldn't do anything with GPUs even. Nowadays, you can dedicate your GPUs to different research elements and stuff like that. And I think AI is the best use of a GPU right now, in my opinion. But as far as mining goes, you're going to have a large corporation to be able to move the needle any on the hash rate at this point, and it's going to keep getting worse and worse with the expansion of the cards that Nvidia is dropping. The H100 cards are incredible for AI capabilities. I don't know what they're doing with mining, but absolutely incredible with what we're seeing come out of it. I do know that I have a little bit of a growing concern as we start seeing some of these companies like was it Riot was one of the bigger ones. They, along with a few others, let's just say 10 years from now, let's say they take over the dominant market share of mining, and now they're the ones that choose if a block passes, or if which means if a transaction passes. I feel like we need more of a decentralized mining environment than we currently have right now, just because really the problem is the only way to operate in the space for mining is to pay an exorbitant amount of money that the ordinary person can't really pay to get into. So I think it's a hit and miss having the mining companies around because we couldn't keep the network alive without them, but at the same time, they're the ones that are kind of controlling how everything operates. I mean, um, Ethereum's actually a good example of this. What was that thing called? Mev Watcher. Let's see if I can figure it out. Yeah, mevwatcher.info. So this, even though Ethereum is no longer proof of stake, this is a good example of the type of censorship problem I think we may be having. Right now, Ethereum itself is not fully censorship resistant, meaning that at the very top, where right now since it's proof of stake, we have big wallets that are the validators, the ones that are the nodes that are confirming and earning all the blocks, et cetera, et cetera. Those people at the top are centralized entities. And in the spirit of blockchain, we have opted for a decentralized currency. So I feel like we're kind of steering away from it the further we go into mainstream. Because like I said before, again, really the problem is the only way to get involved and pick up the industry is to pay to be there. I mean, not a lot of people are going to want to do something like that. I wish we could go back. I remember I was probably 14, 15 years old when I first came across Bitcoin. And I had the Bitcoin software downloaded to do all the mining and everything. I don't even remember what the original one was. I don't remember how I did it originally. But I remember asking my parents, hey, can I let this run on the computer? And it's supposed to generate money. And that's all I knew. 15 years old. Probably, actually, I was probably younger than that. I don't think I could even drive yet. Probably 14 or so. But being such a new technology, and parents didn't really know too much about it because I couldn't really explain it too well. Being a 14-year-old and trying to tell them, hey, you just click this button and you start making magic internet money. So I didn't really pitch it too well. So it didn't last too long. I wish I could go back though. Why is there? Okay. All right. Let's see. Development cycle. ahead and install this. Let's try it out. Nope, scoop is not recognized. Didn't think so. Hmm. Oh. I don't think I'm gonna make any headway on this tonight. Let's go see what's going on in the crypto and the AI news on Twitter. Hmm. Let's see. Do I even have anybody watching right now? Think about shutting this show down. Learning more and more about prompt breeder here. This is interesting though. Basically self-improving your prompts as they go along. Very interesting. Is that Mid-Journey? Animated diff. Oh, I didn't want to click that. anybody's in the chat has any questions, now's the time to ask them because I'm going to be shutting this down here in a few minutes. It's almost dinner time. All right, time to shut it down. Thanks for stopping by, everyone who is here or maybe not here. We'll see you all.